Sunday, good Sunday. It's I, your Reverend Rackers with the DV Ministries. Here to wish y'all a good Sunday. I'll tell you what, the weather's fucked up out there, folks. Was it 80 yesterday? Fucking snowed in Jeff City today. That's some bullshit. That right there is some bullshit. So it's been a little while since you seen the Reverend. The last time you saw him, you thought he might have found the loud, but he was fucking with you. So anyway, it's episode 1 of season 3. Can you believe it, congregation? 3 motherfucking seasons of the Reverend. Just talking shit, making jokes. It's good shit. So first, the Reverend really wants you to remember that freedom is a state of mind. And mind is a state of being. So stay the fuck out of my mind and my being. That's for you, NSA. That's for you. So again, it's good to be back. The Reverend's been playing music with Vertilac every other Wednesday. So come down to the Mission and check that out. He'll be down there this Wednesday with Jordan and Casey, playing some metal and playing some covers with Casey as well in Dos Vatos Locos. So check us out. The first thing here on Reverend's list is, yes, it happened a couple weeks ago, but we got to say rest in peace, Harold Ramis. You wrote and directed some of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Groundhog Day, Caddyshack, Stripes. I mean, the list goes on and on. Without Harold Ramis's writing and directing, we wouldn't have some of the greatest movies of all time. So rest in peace, Harold. We know Slimer's up there hanging out with you. Now here's something that really pisses the Reverend off. I am not a Kiss fan, but it is about time that they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this year they were finally nominated. Now Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are so much douchebags that they will not play the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they don't want to play with Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. And Ace Frehley and Peter Criss don't think it's fair that they should be able to that Gene and Paul should be able to play with fake Ace Frehley and fake Peter Criss that are in the band now. So they're just not playing at all. I mean, can't we just get everybody that's still alive that's played in Kiss and fucking jam up there sans makeup? I mean, couldn't that be a fucking deal? I mean, there's plenty of people still alive. Or, you know, and something else that pisses me off about Kiss, why do fake Ace Frehley and fake Peter Criss dress up like Peter Criss and Ace Frehley? Can't they get their own motherfucking makeup? I mean, they've been in the band almost longer than the original 4, for real, and they're just pretending to be other people. I'd be fucking pissed off about that if I were them. But anyway, fuck you, Gene, and fuck you, Paul, you pretentious fucking cunts. Now, the next thing the Reverend's got to talk about. He's got to talk about more bad parents and more badass kids. When you are a parent and your kid is bigger than the fucking stroller you've got it in, it's time to take that motherfucker out of the stroller, quit being a lazy motherfucking parent, and watch your goddamn kid. Just strap that sumbitch in there so it won't go anywhere. Man, watch your kid, and if the kid was at least 5, drinking out of a fucking sippy cup. Are you kidding me? You need to start raising your motherfucking kids, people, or they're gonna grow up shitty just like you are. And, speaking of kids, if you were at a store, and you are not the primary shopper, and you have a baby, and it's crying, take it the fuck outside or in the bathroom. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I had a baby. You know what we did? We stayed in until she quit crying. Then we went out and took her in public. Fucking novel approach, huh? Anyway, this didn't even make the list, but this fucked up shit happened today. I'm sitting at my desk, just chilling. I may have to come behind the podium. We'll move the podium for this. I'm chilling at my desk, just sitting there. This black lady walks up and she's talking to me. She says, Reverend. I said, what? I don't know how she knew I was a reverend, but it was crazy. Anyway, me about this bed, and then her small child just comes running up to me with her mouth wide open and kind of like puts it on my belly. And Mom says, "We don't do that to everyone, honey." What the fuck? I think that mom's got her little girl doing some fucked up shit. I can't prove it, but I hope your ass gets caught and thrown in a fucking deep dark ass cell if that's the shit you're doing to your kid. Just fucking weird ass motherfucking people. God damn it. Pisses me off. I wish I could prove some shit. And this one here came a while ago from Stacy Bax. She said, "Reverend." I said, "What?" She said, "Reverend." I said, "What?" She said, "I'm working at the Chick-fil-A here in town, and it's brand new, Reverend. It is one of the grossest places I've ever worked at." And I said, "Are you kidding me?" She said, "No. They leave their chicken out all day long. They have just like, they cut up other shit on the same fucking shit they just cut up raw chicken on. I mean, they're going to kill some folks out there." She told me it was really fucked up. Like their coolers aren't organized. They reuse old chicken. I mean, I ain't been there, and now I'm not going. You know, she said that she could look past their hating on gay people because they were paying her well when she was off on Sundays. And I was like, you know, whatever, you know, you do your thing. But apparently it's just a nasty organization to work for all around. They hate gay people, and they have a dirty kitchen. So, you know, maybe that's why they hate gay people, because gay people are clean. Well, you know, there's a stereotype that they're clean and neat and tidy. So maybe they're like, we're not going to like gay people. We got to keep things dirty and not organized. I don't know. It's, yeah, you know me, I'm fucked up. Anyway, the next on the Reverend's list, he just wants to remind you. He wants to remind you that the Bible is bullshit, and the Quran is a lie, and that the Bhagavad Gita did not fall from the sky. That those were books, all written by men, and they caused wars. Now follow the Reverend if you understand. I said, let's tell it one more time for the congregation. Can you put your hands together for the congregation? Put them together for the Reverend and say, the Bible is bullshit. The Quran is a lie. The Bhagavad Gita did not fall from the sky. These are books written by motherfuckers like me. They cause wars. Now follow if you can. Here's something that you can follow. Lent just started, and you know, I'm not Catholic. I got some family that are Catholic, and my daughter goes to Catholic school, but these motherfuckers got a racket going on. So Lent happened, so you can suffer like Jesus did for 30 days, and when he was on the cross, and when he was in the fucking cave, and all that bullshit. So anyway, you've got that. And every Friday, you give something up and you don't eat meat. You give up something the entire month of Lent, like every day, like chocolate or masturbation or raping little boys if you're a preacher, you know, whatever it is you give up. And then every Friday, you don't eat meat. But somewhere along the way, the Catholics were like, well, we can eat fish. Let's eat fish. And then, just the biggest fuck you they could to if the Bible's real, they're going to eat shellfish too. And if you'll read your Bibles, you'll know that shellfish is a sin. You're a sinner if you eat shellfish. Just as bad as if you were fucking and you weren't married. Or if you killed a man. Eating shellfish is a sin. So now all the Catholics are like, we're going to eat shellfish. And yeah, that's not a sin anymore. But in the same book, tattoos are a sin. In the same book, being gay is a sin. But we can look past the shellfish and the tattoos, but we can't look past the gay thing. But anyway, the Reverend's touched on that a lot. I'm just saying that the fucking Catholics got a set of testicles on them the size of fucking baseball, or basketballs, man. He's going to be like, oh yeah, we'll go, fish isn't a meat. And shellfish is a sin, but let's go ahead and eat that shit. Let's all pretend that shit never happened. God damn it. Now, the Reverend wants you to know the government's not looking out for you. It's only looking out for itself. One day we're going to rise up. You're going to rise up and realize the Reverend's been right this whole motherfucking time. You're going to stand behind him, and we're going to take our fucking shit back. So here's a new one. We're all being distracted by this missing plane that just fucking disappears. Are you fucking kidding me? You're shitting me, right? We can just miss a whole fucking plane. Somewhere by Russia and China and shit. It's gone. The plane's gone. You can track me anywhere I go, but you can't find a Boeing 747? Fuck you. And you know why you can't find it? Because right now, we just put Russia on notice, and Russia just put us on notice. Yeah. Does that scare the shit out of you yet? We're on notice from Putin. Putin's a badass. And let's just say Obama's not quite the badass. Now, if we do something that pisses Russia off on notice, there's some shit gonna go down, and vice versa. This shit could happen. World War III could happen in a month. Tomorrow. It could happen 6 months from now or a year from now. The shit's gonna go down. But right now, Russia's got us on notice, folks. It's time we put our own government on notice and tell them we're not going to take their shit anymore. Now, here's some more bullshit that you might want to know about from our government. Do you know, since 1996, now this has happened through Clinton, Bush, and Obama, so I can't blame one party or another. I fucking think both parties suck anyway. But anyway, since 1997 or 6, we've been spending billions of dollars on watching foreign leaders in their press conferences. Like, we'll have like people who are specialists in hand gestures and body language and psychologists and sociologists. We're paying all these people to watch these foreign leaders at their press conferences to see, one, if they're a body double, and two, we're the arrogance, the fucking downright arrogance of this country to think they can do this, to see if we can predict what that leader has in store for whatever they're doing in the future. Like, because he fucking signals with his right pinky fucking up one day when he takes a drink of tea, and then maybe the next time he fucking scratches his balls before he eats some crumpets. That's gonna tell you that next week, fucking some asshole's gonna bomb some other asshole. Are you fucking kidding me, folks? Fuck you! God damn it. The Reverend's been aggravated. He's gonna come back. He's back. It's season 3. We're gonna get a new backdrop one of these days. I'm thinking upside down American flag to show that I'm in distress. Because the Reverend's distressed. He needs help. He needs y'all to rise up out of your chairs. Rise up and take your motherfucking country back. Rise up and take your life back. It's time for you to rise up and quit being such fucking pussies all the time. Our forefathers would be disgraced in you and how we act. The continued pussification of the American people and the American culture has to stop. Rise up and fucking quit being pussy-ass, twisty fucking cunts. Anyway, the Reverend's good to be back. He probably won't be doing a weekly show unless every week he's got at least 10, 15 minutes to talk about. But that old weekly shit, man, when you do 2 seasons of 20 episodes in 40 weeks, just missing maybe 10 weeks out of that, and I doubt I missed that many, because it still ain't. I started Easter of last year, and I don't think where last year's Easter fell has fallen yet. So I'm literally starting season 3 within a year of doing season 1. The Reverend can't keep coming up with good ass shit all the time. So And he hasn't. You don't have to fucking hate. But anyway, that's what we got to talk about this week. Remember, rise up and do something with yourself. Good Sunday. Good talk. Good to be back.